Hey guys, it's Drew again. What does a perfect game, an unassisted triple play, and Babe Ruth's 500th home run all have in common? Well, all of them happened at historic League Park in Cleveland, Ohio. And I got a chance to go see it a few weeks ago, and I want to share what I found out. Let's check it out. I know you guys are probably getting tired of Strongsville's, and this is not another Strongsville video, but while I was up at the Strongsville show a few weeks ago, we stayed at everyone's best friend's house, Scott, and we had a great time. So there was 4 of us that were there. Of course, Scott, myself, Jake, and Dom. And the 4 of us, besides going to the show, we also got to do some other stuff and hang out. Well, Scott is absolutely a great host, and we appreciate this, the openness of him and his family to be able to take us in and just and share the times. And I got to say, I've been up there twice, and Scott's been host, and Scott is batting 1,000 when it comes to picking restaurants because, man, he picks some good ones. Well, on Friday, the day the show opened, he said, hey, it doesn't open until noon. Why don't we go get some breakfast? I know the perfect place. So into Cleveland we go. And we went to a little restaurant that was so good. And here we are. The food was amazing. The friendship, just the whole atmosphere. But what made this even more special was this restaurant was directly across the street from a house that you may recognize. In fact, it was the house that was used in A Christmas Story, filmed right there in Cleveland, Ohio. And in fact, right inside the restaurant window was this famous leg lamp. So you know it's going to be a good day when you're starting out like that. Well, while we were down there and we're walking back to the car, Scott's like, hey, we've got some time. We can head over to the Baseball History Museum. I think it's open. Well, why wouldn't we? So we head over. It's only a few blocks away. And this was at what was League Park. And League Park, if you don't know, it was opened in the 1890s, I believe, in Cleveland, Ohio. And it was where the Cleveland Spiders, Cleveland Naps, Cleveland Indians, and so on played their home games. And it's still there as far as a baseball field. They use it for local games, for high school games, for tournaments and things like that. Of course, it's all modernized and stuff, but it was really neat because they still had some of the original facade, and you could see the original brickwork, and they had a great homage and a really cool museum there. Well, while we were there, we got some pictures, we got some film. And it's just a great homage to the history that happened there. And we actually got to go out on the field. We took some photos, and Dom, doing his best shoeless Joe Jackson, took off his shoes, got up in an homage to him, batted left-handed, and took one deep and decided to run the bases. It was a lot of fun. We had a great time. So, but we go in and we go inside the little museum there, and we meet one of the best tour guides I've ever seen in my life. She was just a bundle of energy. She was super excited. And she said, well, we've got 2 tours. We've got one inside and one outside. And Scott said, well, I'll tell you the one inside. Let's do the outside. And she got all excited. Unfortunately, I didn't get a picture of her. And I really wish I did because she was absolutely a national treasure. She walked us out and she was so excited for her city, for the park, for the history. And we walked along. We just did this walk along the sidewalk. And she told all these different stories about League Park and about the history of the game, the history within Cleveland, why the location was there. And we had a fantastic time. I mean, it was incredible just hearing this. And a lot of the stuff we already knew, because we're kind of all baseball history nerds. But there was a lot of neat stuff, like Addie Joss, when he threw his perfect game, that was right there at League Park. In fact, after Addie Joss passed away suddenly, and they had the benefit game, which you've probably seen photos of all these superstar players, really the first all-star game that's kind of noted, that happened right there at League Park to raise money for his family. Bill Wambsgans in the 1920 World Series, the only unassisted triple play in World Series history happened right there at League Park. All the way up to, like I already mentioned, Babe Ruth hit his 500th home run right there at League Park. We had a great time. But afterwards, the outside, we went inside, and then we had another tour of inside, and it was all these different artifacts. There was so much history there, and I love this kind of stuff. And some of it was big things like home run balls by so-and-so or autographs of certain players. But I thought they did a great job was they had such an homage to not just the major leagues, but to the Negro Leagues that played there, or to the Women's Baseball League. They had different pictures, different exhibits, and it was really neat. And honestly, it was only $10. So I don't know if you guys are going to go back to Strongsville or if you're going to go for the first time, but I will say this. If you go up there, if you're in the area, make time, carve it out. It doesn't take a huge amount of time. I mean, parking was free and a lot closer than the show. Go in, get the tour, walk the field. You can feel the presence of just this great history and the pride that the people of Cleveland have, not just for their team, but the history of their team, the history of the game, and not just the major league team of the Indians/Guardians, but also the old history of the Naps and the Spiders or the Negro Leagues that played there. It was just such a great time, and I loved it. So, how about you? Is there a stadium that you would love to go back and see? I mean, I would love to go see Ebbets Field, but it's not there. I'd love to see the Polo Grounds, but it's not there. But you know what is still around? Historic League Park. And it was a great time with friends, a great treasure, and I really, really enjoyed myself. So I'm going to challenge you, get out there, go to some historical place, and learn more about the depths of the places where the things that we already know about actually happen. Appreciate you coming along as always. Until next time, you guys be good.